Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 73 of the Local to Global series. Now, this is, of course, the pre-episode for One Ring to Rule Them All. And I feel like this episode, as you can tell by the title, we might possibly get it this episode, or we're going to get it next episode, but we are very, very, very close to going up to big size. We're literally 2 points away in Alberta from going up. And I think with big size, I think we go into national battles against all the other big and above size companies. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, let's just advance. And I just want to talk about a few things because I was going to make a channel update video because obviously I got some important things I need to tell you guys about with my real life, which is going to affect the YouTube channel and the uploads. Basically, I'm going to be gone for about just over 2 months. During this time, obviously, I'm not going to be able to record any episodes. However, what I would like to do is essentially try and build up enough episodes between Local to Global series and then a new series that I'm going to release alongside it. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so, that new series will be up, and that is going to be with the 1997 Cornell verse as well. We kind of touched on Dave with the live stream series, but this one's going to be very different. It's kind of like it's a bit of a challenge, but then again, it's not exactly a fully fledged challenge. You know, similar to the Local to Global. It's much more sort of established, very mainstream. But should be still challenging, but hopefully very rewarding from the get-go as well. Obviously, you know, with Local to Global, we started from nothing and then actually somehow made things worse and basically turned it around and came back. Anyway, so yeah, just over, it's going to be about 9 weeks that I'm gone. And like I said, I would love to have, you know, maybe 2 uploads a week. But in saying that, that's what 18 episodes I would need to record. That's a lot of episodes, and I'm going. I'll be leaving, going into a regional area for work, and yeah, it's 3 weeks away. So I've got 3 weeks to try and record all these episodes. The game plan is in my head. What I thought was hopefully pretty acceptable for you guys is at least 1 upload per week. I think that's at least relatively manageable for me. I think I should be able to, pre-record and get at least 9 episodes sort of lined up, whether it be, 5 Local to Globals and then 4 episodes of the new series as well, it's basically going to be the same format for the new series as well, the way I record it. So yeah. Anyway, we actually have Faith McGee here. So yeah, that's what's essentially going on with the channel and sort of myself in real life. Hopefully, I'll come out of it with a nice job. We'll have to wait and see though. Anyway, so yeah, Faith McGee. It's a tough one because she's pretty good. She's also not terribly old either. I mean, I kind of like her. I do kind of like her. Interestingly enough, they're not actually negotiating. You know what? I think we'll go in for her. Let's just go. Let's go 6 years, and we'll see what happens. All right, so she only wants 14,600, which is very close to what she originally wanted. She does want some merchandise though, which is pretty much guaranteed with everybody that has a reasonable level of popularity. As you can see, she's got 47, so it's not too bad. Anyway, let's just keep advancing. I want to get into this first show. I really want to put on some better main events. The last 2 shows in last episode, a little bit disappointing. we've sort of gotten accustomed to maybe well, I set my target pretty much for every main event at 85 and above, but we have sort of recently gotten accustomed to getting a nice 90 plus rated main event. Pretty much on every show, every TV show. Obviously, the pay-per-views do really well. Kind of thinking that we might go for a 6-man main event. I think for the go-home show. So obviously not this first show, but the next show. We're gonna go real big. All right, we've got a pay rise request from Jack Bride. Interesting. As the situation has changed in the meantime, Primetime Jack Pride has withdrawn the pay rise request. Very interesting. Anyway, we've got our CWA Apocalypse 7, which is interesting, to say the least. Pretty good show, getting a 94 there. And a pretty damn good main event as well. A 98 rated main event there. Mikey Lau defeating Aaron Knight to retain the CWA World Title. It's a pretty good match. That's a really good match. Yeah. And they also got a 97 there for Brooke Tyler defeating Lauren Easter as well. And also pretty, I would say 89's decent for the television title as well. Jack DeColt defeating Matthew Keith. Yeah, I have to say for them that's a pretty damn good show. So I feel like that they have been slipping a little bit recently. Good old CWA. Anyway, they'll probably start to kick up in gear once we actually go up to big size. You can kind of see that happening. And then I'm kind of wondering, I'm actually not 100% sure, but I think we might be competing with like all the other companies and not just like a sort of country-based national battle, even though that would kind of make sense. But I think maybe because we have coverage in all those other regions, I'm assuming that then drags us into American regional battles, Japanese, every region basically. Anyway, we actually we got Faith McGee. Nice. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. It's another fairly solid woman, sort of a bit more experience, which is, I guess, kind of what we need at the moment as well. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that one. Kind of came out of nowhere as well. Came out of nowhere. They didn't even really want her anymore, and she was pretty cheap, $14,600 per month. We'll take that all day long. All right, I'm trying to think of what we do for this first main event. I'm thinking we just go like a simple tag team match, maybe with 4 of the competitors for One Ring to rule them all. I'm thinking we should probably go some higher level talent. Anyway, we've got Mark Griffin here from CWA, who does have decent popularity. He's got 70 pop across Canada, and he's also really good. And they're not negotiating, which is, again, really, really, really strange. Kind of wondering why. Is there a reason why? Doesn't look like there's a reason why. Huh, interesting. What I'll do, I'm going to leave that in there. Let's just get into the show. And then we might offer him a contract afterwards. I feel like the roster at the moment is it's just going out of control, 100%. We're just building and building the roster, and the more people we get, the more I feel like I'm losing control. Anyway, we've got Alton Vicious being brought before Wrestlers Court here with Tommy Cornell, and getting a small positive impact as well, which is nice to see. And once again, let's do some more meddling between Kavanaugh and Davis. Still no effect. They still dislike each other. Anyway, Where are we tonight? We are in Mississauga, I think. Yep, there we go. Alright, so let's book. Now, I have one match that I know I want to do. So let's book that one first. It's going to be Laura Flame. Don't know where I got Stone. Anyway. Laura Flame is going to take on Selena Svelte. And I'll explain exactly what's happening. It's going to be a women's title match. So, looking forward to it. Should be a pretty good match as well. Make this one, make it clean. So we'll put it as decisive. And I don't think we'll have Doc do any sort of interference in it. Then the main event. What do we do for the main event? I think we go Mobstar. We go Jackpot. We go Davis. And Mutant, maybe? I feel like Mutant's still just a little bit too low on the old popularity scale, to be honest. I'd love to put Tommy Cornell in there. I don't really want this team to lose, the Mobstar Jackpot team. And again, I don't really want David Stone to lose either. This is a tough one. Who do I actually have lose? I'm fine with Davis losing because that's, you know, Davis is the GOAT. He can lose a match. Oh, I don't know. You know, I'm going to do it. We're going to do Tommy Cornell. I mean, Tommy is going up against Mobstar and Jackpot Jordan. I mean, understandably, he might lose the match. He's also got the least popularity in the match. So, let's have Mobstar get the win. He can pin Tommy. We don't really need to keep anyone strong, I don't think. So, we're not going to worry about it. It can be decisive. I'm assuming it might even actually increase Tommy's popularity, potentially. So I'm kind of fine with it, to be honest. That's our main event. I think that's a pretty good main event as well. It's only going to be, what, 14 minutes? Let's go 13. Just go 13. Obviously, Tommy's stamina is still pretty good, but it is, you know, it's getting lower and lower every month. It's very unfortunate, but, you know, there's nothing we can do. He is very, very old. Anyway. Who are our tag team #1 contenders at the moment? I don't really remember. Okay. Now I do. Real question is, did we have... Obviously, we had Young and Wasted beat them there. Did we really do anything with them with Jackson Protection Agency or the Texas Express in particular? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so what I'm going to do, we're going to have the Texas Express take on... where are they? The Puerto Rican boys, there we go. Okay, there's a reason why I haven't done anything with them. Okay, in that case, let's have... I guess we'll go a 6-man instead then. Yeah, so we'll go with Jack. Then we'll go with Tavon and then Turk. I think they can actually they should just take on Anti-Canada, I think. I think that's probably the best option. We might even... Let's actually give Turk the victory. Because we do need him to grow in popularity. And I think we can actually call this match. So we may as well. Alright. What else are we doing? Let's have. I'm just gonna do an angle right now, because I want to make sure I put it in there. But let's have Tommy, Tommy and Davis, and then we'll have Mobstar and Jackpot. So all four. I think we'll go all four. Actually, yeah, we'll go all four men on the microphone. I'm not sure if they're in storylines together. I think Mobstar and Jackpot are. So I'll just do that. And then we'll have Monson Road Agent, that one as well. Then I want to have Laura and Doc real quick. Just before I forget, because we can always just book the matches. Let's go entertainment. We'll go 8 minutes with this one, because I'm really trying to build up Laura Flame. I just want to get her to basically the same level as Amber Allen, and then we can do some different things. More just about building popularity to try and match the popularity, and once we get them onto sort of a level playing field around the 80 mark, 70 to 80, their matches with each other will do well enough to sort of elevate them even higher, which in turn will then elevate the other women in the division as well. At least that's my game plan. So that'll be, and I can probably write this one out. Let's write it out, because it does have a bit of storyline purpose behind it. So Laura Flame and Doc Hammond, they're going to issue an open challenge to anyone but Amber Allen. I think it's Ian, I think. Then we'll have, Selena comes out, I guess. We got some nice desktop audio there. I forgot to mute that. Anyway, apologies to your ears. Yeah, there we go. So Laura and Doc issuing, an open challenge, basically for the women's title to anyone but Amber Allen. I feel like it works. I think then we want to have. Let's. The thing is, Cooper can't speak very well. I think isn't Cooper really bad on the mic? I feel like he is. No, he's not terrible, actually. Interesting, because I did give him a manager back in the day that I don't think we're doing anything with at the moment. So let's go for Cooper and Turk, I guess. They can cut a promo onto Young and Wasted, because they will once again face each other at the pay-per-view. Just 6 minutes for these guys. Tommy's gonna road agent that one as well. That'll go before their match. We want to have a bit of a tune-up match for Mutant as well. Be pretty important. So let's have Louise Frost. Frost. Let's go for Riddick Jordan. There we go. Riddick Jordan versus Mutant. I feel like that's a much better match. Mutant's gonna get the win. It's not exactly it's not a squash, but it's definitely a clean, decisive victory there. Let's go with Mutant and Aussie together, because they're going to be heavily involved in the at the pay-per-view, shall we say. We don't exactly need to have Aldous in there. What we would like to... Actually, let's give Aldous a match himself. Maybe we'll do another 6-man tag. And let's go with Aldous. And then Forces of Darkness 5. And I guess... do we go with Los Hermanos? Let's go with the LA Stars. And then... What's his name? Shooting Star Perez can be in there as well. Just 10 minutes. We'll make this the storytelling match. I am going to have to call it, though, which is unfortunate. Alright, there we go. Sinner and Perez. Yep, both can't call a match. Then we'll go, I guess we'll give an angle to Aldous. Maybe he can cut his angle onto Logan Wolfsbane, because we might have these two go in a feud again at some stage. So that's just kind of a cheeky little angle, just to try and get a 100 out of Aldous. Alright, what else am I doing? I need to think a little bit. Do you have any other storylines, actual storylines going on that I would like to push? Yeah, not really. Let's do this. Let's go a tag team match for Maddie Faith and Charlie Corner. Haven't really used Charlie, and I know a couple of you guys really want me to start pushing him up into the mid card and eventually put him into the Canadian title picture as well. Where is he? Who am I looking for? Maddie Faith. Let's have those two, and they converse. Yeah, they converse Los Hermanos. Why not? There we go. And we'll give Charlie the victory. Isn't that fitting? Can all be happy. All right. Well, there's our show. Let's we'll make this work the crowd. I think, yeah, we've got enough angles. Got some good angles in there as well, so it should be a good show. Pre-show, let's just do an 8-man tag, and I think that'll pretty much be it. Let's go Robin DeLay, David Stone, Giant Brody, and Mainstream Hernandez to take on Hocking, Kavanaugh. Who else? We'll go Sono, and we'll go Willie LaRue in there as well. Alright, Giant Brody will get the win. Again, hopefully his momentum is at, white hot level going into that pay-per-view. Also, pretty sure everybody can call. Yeah, I mean, Robin's very close. Very, very close. Anyway, there's the pre-show. Let's run this first show. Alright, so we start off with a 77 rated 8-man tag pre-show match. We have Robin DeLay, David Stone, Giant Brody, and Mainstream Hernandez defeating Matt Hocking, Mighty Kavanaugh, Yuta Usono, and Willie LaRue in 12:21, when Giant Brody pinned Yuta Usono with a single-handed chokeslam. And of course, David Stone head and shoulders above everybody else in the match. Brody really off his game as well. Hopefully that's not going to happen at the pay-per-view during the tournament. Anyway. Alright, we kick off the show with our tag team match here. We get a 71, where we have Maddie Faith and Charlie Corner. Of course, Faith no more. And they defeat Los Hermanos 3 in 11:54, when Charlie Corner pinned Ray Caballero with a corner cutter, and then Maddie Faith carrying the match. And unfortunately, Charlie Corner was also really off his game. So, poor Charlie. I wanted to push him, but now I kind of feel like he's kind of underperforming when I'm trying to use him. So we move on to a 100 rated angle. Basically, I knew this was going to get a 100, so I wanted to put it in. But basically, Blackfriar starts talking about Logan Wolfsbane once again. Their long rivalry together is definitely far from over. Aldous, wanted to claim the unified world title in order to put that or spread that darkness over the entire coalition. And he failed. He won the One Ring to Rule Them All tournament pretty much this time last year. And of course, as a result of that, I've mentioned it in the last couple of episodes, but he won't be able to be involved. The winner cannot go into the next tournament the following year. So that's the reason why Mutant has taken the spot there for Forces of Darkness. Alright, we then go into 6-man tag action, getting a 65 rating, where we have Forces of Darkness defeating Shooting Star Perez and the LA Stars in 9:36. And Aldous Blackfire pinned LA Star number 1 with a super kick. And yeah, Aldous Blackfire, of course, he was head and shoulders above everybody else. And of course, Original Sinner was our weak link. However, he wasn't off his game. And you would kind of expect him to be the only person in the match off their game. Surprising. Anyway, it's an okay match. Not great. But yeah, we did call it. So maybe that has something to do with it. Anyway, we then go into a sort of another Forces of Darkness angle. Where we have a 91 rated segment here between these two. Of course, we have Mutant, we have Aussie Darkstein. They sort of run into each other backstage. Obviously, Aussie pretty frustrated. And of course, Mutant looking maybe a little bit cocky. When it comes to Aussie Darkstein. Of course, he is the representative that's going in. And as a result of that, Aussie is not happy. The fact that Aldous essentially chose Mutant with his impressive performances, shall we say. Alright, we then go into a 77 rated match where we have Mutant defeating Riddick Jordan in 11:35 by pinfall with the Tina Turner. Basically, it's just, one of Mutant's, I guess, warm-up matches for One Ring to Rule Them All. And I have to say, looking pretty decent. He's looking pretty decent already. Alright, we then go into a 64 rated angle where we have Texas Express. And of course, they're talking a bit of crap about their, I guess, competitors at the pay-per-view, because there will be a tag team title match. We will have another rematch between Young and Wasted and Texas Express. And unfortunately, yeah, Turk Treneman did not come out looking good. Although Cooper Christie did a masterful job improvising interactions. And yeah, Lucinda Lush is still actually with Christie, so that's pretty interesting. Alrighty, we then go into another 6-man tag match. Get a 73 for this one, so a bit better than the previous one. And we have the Jackson Protection Agency, of course. They are open for business, and they've essentially been hired. Let's just say that they've already been hired for One Ring to Rule Them All. So they're gonna definitely have some sort of involvement in the tournament, and it's kind of a curious thing as to who is actually the person behind their appointment or their work that they're looking to get into. Anyway, they do defeat Anti-Canada in 11:38 when Turk Treneman pinned Americana with a spinebuster. Good match. Pretty happy with that. And of course, Jackson, our current Canadian champion. Alright, we then go into an 80 rated angle where we have Laura Flame and her fling at them, or flavor of the month, shall we say, Doc Hammond. It does seem their relationship very sort of one-sided. It almost seems like Laura Flame is kind of using Doc Hammond in order to, one, win the title, and then two, retain the title and try and keep it away from Amber Allen as much as possible. And as you can see, and as I sort of described earlier, she does issue an open challenge for the women's title to anyone on the roster but Amber Allen. Then we have Selena Svelte come out and essentially accept her challenge. And yeah, Doc Hammond, very underwhelming. Although he did improvise well, and so did Laura. She did a masterful job. That match is actually pretty superb. We get a 78 rated women's match here. I wasn't really expecting that, to be honest. We have Laura Flame defeating Selena Svelte in 11:44 by pinfall with a flame fire kick. We have Laura making defense number 1 of the CWC women's title. Yeah, 78. And Laura was off her game. That's very interesting, that one. That's very surprising. Very, very surprising. Alright, we go into the pre-main event angle with our sort of two tag teams of, I guess, 4 competitors. Probably the best way to describe this angle. But basically, Cornell and Davis get on the same page. And then, of course, we have Mobstar and Jackpot Jordan. they come out, sort of get on the same page, maybe not to the same sort of level. They are kind of the heel team as opposed to the Tommy Davis sort of face team in this scenario. Get an 88 for it, which is a little bit lower, but that is probably because of Tommy Cornell being involved. He does have basically over 10 points lower popularity than Davis. And I think Jackpot is in the 88 region, if I remember correctly. I honestly can't remember. Anyway, the main event, please be good. I need it to be good, especially after last episode. Not so good. Oh, I did a slow build. Oh, you were probably screaming at me. It's not terrible because we're literally 1 point away from what I would want it to be, but slow build. Why? Because I think I was originally going to make it 16 minutes, and then I changed my mind, and we actually had 2 minutes left over on the show, so I could have put the 2 minutes onto this match. We only needed 1 minute, actually. Actually, no, we needed 2. Yeah, because it was 13. We need 15. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. It's still really good. It's not really good. It's okay. We'll leave it at okay. Anyway, we got Mobstar and Jackpot Jordan defeating Davis Wayne Newton, the GOAT, and I guess wow, words. Very interesting team because we got Davis, who is, I guess, the GOAT of the coalition, and then we got Tommy Cornell on the same team, who is arguably the GOAT of the Cornell verse. Tag team name? Goats? Goat and Goat? I don't know. Possibility. Anyway, they do defeat, Mobstar, Jackpot Jordan defeat Davis and Tommy in 13-14 when Mobstar pinned Tommy Cornell with a flattener DDT. Damn, I really wish I didn't mess that up. Yeah, we literally got 2 penalties for that one match. Short match length and then being too short for slow build. Ugh. Frustrated with myself, but you know what? It is better than, I think, the last 2 main events. So we'll take it. And like I said, it's only 1 point away from what I kind of want to be hitting, even still at this stage. And we get an 86 overall show rating, which is also, it's good enough to continue the rise for Alberta, which at the moment is by far the most important thing. Anyway, the next main event, I will make it 16 minutes, I think, and then I will obviously use 6 of our best guys. So I'm expecting it to do pretty well. Anyway, it does look like we were actually beaten out by CWA. Wow. They absolutely smashed us. A 97 rated TV show with a 100 rated main event. I guess they know that we're about to go up to big size, so they're destroying us. Anyway, they have the mob, Sonny and Aaron, defeating Mikey Lau and Jared Johnson. As you can see, Mikey Lau now very, very high in his popularity. I'm assuming that Aaron Knight is still, he's still at 100. Awesome. Of course, he would be. He would be. Sonny's at a 93. And Jared's at 80, which is not great, but still, I guess, good enough to be putting on a match of that quality. And then Brooke Tyler defeating Nadia Snow, getting a 98 there as well for their semi-main event. Boy, oh boy, we need to improve. We need to improve, basically. All right, we got Hugh Ancree as well. Are they in a tag team? No. He's with Lee Rivera. Although he is dating Debra Young. He's very good. Hugh Ancree, very, very good. It's a tough decision because they're negotiating with him. I don't think we'll go for Hugh. Purely for the fact that it's going to cost more money. But we can literally go for Mark Griffin, who is maybe not as good. Although, in some ways, I think he's as good as Hugh Ankry. He's only 1 year older as well. Yeah, I mean, I think we might go for Mark Griffin, but I think I'm going to wait for Griffin's contract to actually run out. Probably the better option. Anyway, we got a 3.68 TV rating. Not sure if that's down or not. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's... Why is it so far down? Huh. I'm very confused. It looks like, because I just updated the game as well to 1.28. And it looks like what's happened is, on them, the subscription's gone massively up for that. And it looks like they've kind of nerfed the networks, your own, personal company network. Because that only got a 3.68. What? Yeah, it looks like it's nerfed it, because that was a 4.81, which is the overall. And then, obviously, Ondem, I think Ondem is... It's obviously subscription-based, so basically, people just watch the show whenever they want to watch it. I think that's how it works. Anyway, it looks like they've nerfed it, which in some regards is, I guess, a good thing, because now, our Ondem deal actually means something, which is pretty cool. I guess for realism purposes. On the other hand, we're going to essentially generate a lot less income for ourselves, which is unfortunate. But I do prefer semi-realism than, well, at least compared to something that makes the game even easier than it is sort of supposed to be, if that makes sense. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer things to be a little, slightly more challenging? Obviously, a local to global is pretty challenging in its own right, but I mean, we're sort of at the stage where a couple of extra little challenges wouldn't be too bad. Anyway, another thing I forgot to mention is the new series. Why it's going to be a little bit more challenging as well. It is going to be called a challenge. Is because we're going to be the head booker of a company instead of the owner. So basically, what's going to happen with that is we're not going to be able to sign who we want to sign, because our owner is essentially going to give us a limit. Hopefully we have a good owner. I think we do have a good owner that will allow us to spend more money, because I think that's... I'm not sure. I'm thinking that's a trait, or at least a skill level for owners at the moment in 2020. I think it is. I might be completely mistaken with that, but I'm really hoping that's the case, because I think we do have a good owner that'll, sort of let us, or at least let the purse strings go a little bit in relation to us trying to sign some people. I mean, Moriarty Schnell looking pretty damn good over there. I'm assuming he's still with SWF. I think we had a chance to sign him back in the day, didn't we? And of course, I had him on the TCW live stream series I did. Geez, that was a long time ago now, the TCW series, but good fun. Anyway, what do we got here? We've got Zanel Zephaniah leaving. We were thinking about signing him, but he is an agitator, so yeah, we kind of... Amelia Fairchild would have been a very, very good option for us to try and sign there. So a little bit unfortunate that the processing didn't stop, and she's already... Oh, no way. Is that Robbie? Is that his brother? It is. Please tell me he hasn't... Oh, wait, what? Interesting. So CWA are letting Mark Griffin go, but they're signing his younger brother, Robbie Griffin. Well, in that case, he's also really popular. We're going in for him because we're gonna sign his brother anyway. So we've got a ready-made tag team coming in as a result of that. That seems pretty awesome to me. All right, so 27,500. Will that give us the top offer? No, it won't. Let's do 10% because we still won't do it. What's their contract offer? 30% merchandise. Really? All right, I guess we'll just have to go 20%. All right, we've got the best offer there, so that's good. Because I mean, I really want to sign him now. He's a daredevil as well, which is good because we can make him take a bump if we really need him to. All right, Cooper Christie fully fit. We got a merchandise upgrade as well, which is perfect. More money. We got Mask Cougar's contract running out as well, but he's likely past it. So it's a tough one. I do like Mask Cougar, and of course, don't we have Mask Cougar 2 in our developmental? I think we do, don't we? Anyway. We just delete all of these. And then we'll actually go straight in and start the next merchandise upgrade as well. Where are we? Merchandise. I mean, that's just a little look of the this month's, I guess, last month's. Interesting that Logan looks like he's selling a lot more merchandise this month. I guess that's probably the level increase there coming into effect. Yeah, I mean, it's basically him and Aldous, and even Aldous is still 200,000 behind Logan at the moment. Anyway, let's go rapid. I mean, it still doesn't really cost anything, to be fair. But we're only getting 2% of progress per week. So that's going to take a long while. It's going to take 50 weeks, so it's pretty much a whole year for us. Another thing we need to look at is here, Lee Bambino. Some reason, didn't send him down. There we go. Down in developmental. I think I did send. Send what's her name, Grace, down as well. Was it Grace? Yeah, I think it was Grace. Let's have a look real quick. Where are we? Child companies, roster. Yeah, there's Grace Harper. So hopefully now they've got an announcing team of, Grace Harper and Lee Bambino. Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, current champions. I mean, I'll probably take a look at this in a bit more detail. Interesting that the women haven't actually gotten their title yet. Can I edit that? I mean, I can. Why haven't they? That kind of frustrates me that they haven't actually put it on anybody. Anyway, let's get into the show. All right, we need to go to Ottawa for the go-home show here. And let's... Oh, we still got an incident. Let me go back. What have we got? Angry Gilmore entertaining the locker room with a poker tournament. And then we got Turk Treneman being brought before the Tommy Cornell Wrestlers Court and getting a small positive impact there as well. Again, we may as well do a little bit more meddling. I feel like it's never going to change. I mean, I kind of said that about the hatred they had, but this time it kind of really does seem like it's never ever going to change. All right, so the main event for this show, I already kind of mentioned it, but it's going to be a 6-man, all competitors from the One Ring to Rule Them All tournament. So we're going to have Davis, we're going to have Giant Brody, we're going to have Jackpot. That is 6. That's only 5. Why did I do 5? Okay, back to the drawing board. Where are we? We need David Stone. We need Davis Wayne Newton. We need Giant Brody. We need Jackpot Jordan. We need Mobstar. I think we go Maddie Faith. I think we might leave Tommy out just so I can give Tommy a win going into the tournament because I don't want him to essentially lose 2 matches back to back. Although I'm already kind of doing that for Davis. But as you can see, didn't actually lose any popularity. So happy days. I might do Hernandez versus Tommy. Although I think we might have already done that match before. Anyway, Maddie Faith, the final competitor there. Do I give it 20? I'm going to give it 16. We're going to script it 16 minutes. The winner... I mean, geez, who do I go the winner on this one? I mean, Mobstar has the most popularity. But I think we'll go Jackpot. Throw it up in the air a little bit. The loser can be... Davis? Yeah, we'll go Davis. We'll go Davis. I know he's essentially literally losing 2 back-to-back matches, although he didn't take the pinfall. And yeah, we need to do a slow build on this one, but we didn't need to do the slow build on the last show. Anyway, Edmonton and RM Stones. There we go. Actually, you know what? I might even do this. Let's do this. Let's go at ringside. Logan Wolfsbane. Scouting the potential competition, the potential winners, perhaps, of the One Ring to Rule Them All tournament. All right. I guess, I mean, do I just go with all 6 men, essentially? And just put them all together in an angle as well? I mean, I figure we may as well. So Jackpot, Mobstar, and Maddie Faith. Let's go. We'll script all of them, all 6, and then we'll go entertainment on all 6 as well. Who needs success? I think Jackpot, Mobstar, and Maddie Faith are all together in an angle. So that'll work out quite nicely. I might actually make... Let's go like this. Let's go Tommy Cornell as the road agent. And I'll make him the road agent of the main event as well. Just because he is, you know, the best that we have. Essentially. Okay. Alright, so let's have a look at that singles match that I wanted to do. So it's Tommy taking on Mainstream. It's a nice little 12-minute match. Let me just check the match history here. Interesting, they've got quite a bit of history here. But yeah, only the 1 coalition match, and it was a tag team match, so that's fine. I like it. Let's go with it. For Hernandez, I mean, Hernandez was essentially going to get the sort of Tommy Cornell push, but I think the thing with Hernandez is he was just a little bit too far. I mean, he wasn't exactly too far gone. Should really use him more, man. I really should. I know his stats are declining at a fairly sort of rapid rate, you know, especially in the ring and stuff. But dude's got, you know, he's got a mouth on him. Great entertainment skills. And we could definitely use him as a stable leader, I feel like. Maybe do something special with him. In that regard, let's actually do both of them in the angle together. Considering, you know, how good his entertainment skills actually are. No storylines, I don't think, so we won't worry about it. Up next. Do we go a... We'll do it. Let's do a Fatal 4-Way women's match. Let's have Amber Allen taking on Debra Young, taking on Erin Gray, taking on Air Raid. Who's got more popularity? Air Raid. Nice. Alright, so 12 minutes on that one. Obviously, Amber Allen getting the victory. I mean, she pretty much has to at this point. Pretty sure we can call this one as well. So there we go. That's all fine. I guess we'll give Amber an angle maybe cutting a promo onto Laura off camera. And again, that'll advance our women's storyline. Basically, it's going to just be Amber saying that she's going for Laura, you know, gunning for a title. All right, what else? We do have him back, so let's do the match that I wanted to do last week. Was Texas Express taking on Puerto Rican boys. 12 minutes. Cooper to get the win. We can call. I keep forgetting about Turk's, you know, psychology there. He does have pretty damn good psychology, so I really should be calling the match. Anyway. Let's make this one tainted. And let's have it be an... Let's at least have an interference in the match on Kid San Juan by Tavon. Actually, with that said, let's make Kid San Juan the loser. I want to try and protect our boy, Island Boy Apollo, as much as possible. What else? Actually, let's go with a full angle. So Jack, Tavon, Cooper, and Turk. Let's go all four on entertainment, and we'll see what happens. I'll give it 8 minutes as well. Only because, like I said, this is the Jack Jackson push. Yeah. I guess it would be that storyline, probably. Alrighty, what else are we doing? We could probably do something with Aussie. Maybe we have a tag team match of Aldous and Aussie together. Because obviously there is a little bit of animosity between Aussie and Aldous. But obviously most of Aussie's frustration comes at the expense of Mutant for essentially taking his spot. They converse the crew. As it just starts pouring down rain while I'm recording. Anyway, we'll give Aussie the victory. Don't really care who loses. And again, we still have to call this match because of our boy Public Enemy. There we go. And of course, with that, let's just go with the cheap angle of Aldous and Aussie together prior to their tag match. Simple, easy, oh so effective. Love to see it. And again, they are still in the same storyline, so that's just going to advance that even further. Should hopefully be a 100. And then we need just one more match. Let's just go a storytelling match for someone. Who don't we use very often? Let's do this. I don't think I ever made the tag team, did I? Did I? No, I don't think I did. All right, so let's add our new team. It's going to be, of course... where are we? I've got to find the names first. Of course, we've got James Chester, but I think I want to put... What's his name first? Where is he? There he is. Spencer Edmund, and then, of course... James Chester. And they're going to be called... I thought about this name a little bit, but the... Actually, I need to double check the spelling on it. So excuse me for 1 second. All right, yeah. Luckily, I checked because I think I might have actually spelled that wrong. So it is the Aristocrats. Basically, you know, they essentially see themselves as a higher class than everybody else. There we go, the Aristocrats. Got Spencer Edmund, James Chester, our newest sort of legitimate tag team, shall we say. Let's have the Aristocrats take on the... Yeah, we'll go the Northern Lights. And this will be our storytelling match. Give Spencer a nice... Actually, no, we'll give James a victory. I don't think we need to script it either. Yeah, he's definitely good enough. So everybody in the match is good enough, actually. With that said, work the crowd. No storytelling. And called. All right. We need to take 2 minutes off. Let's take it off. I guess we'll just take it. Yeah, we'll take it off this. Oh no, we can't really take it off that one. Yeah, we'll take it off there. There we go. And that match will actually go after their match. So, okay, that looks pretty good. Let's go into here. Let's do a singles match. Again, some of the women. Let's bring someone up to take on Laura. Let's borrow. Yeah, we'll borrow Bernice again. I feel like I'm kind of pushing Bernice pretty hard with the matches, being called up. So hopefully we get a little bit of a payoff with her stats, starting to improve at a decent rate at least. Because her biggest downfall, Bernice, I like her, but it's just her stamina. Not really improving either, which is so frustrating, man. What's going on? She's down in developmental, but it doesn't really look like anything's happening. They're not using the women. Do I need to buy another developmental company just for our women? Ugh, anyway. Call it AAA and we'll just run with AAA. The other women's company. Anyway, we'll go 8 minutes, I guess, on this one. Still going to be way too long for Bernice. On-title match, Tommy Cornell. I mean, what a road agent for that one. Oopsies, pre-show. Okay, there we go. Hopefully she doesn't injure our champion before our women's title match at One Ring to rule them all. Alright, and then I think we'll do a 6-man tag. Let's have Young and Wasted team up with Chip. And they can take on Los Hermanos. Nice 6-man tag. Stable Warfare, I guess. Have Breddy Boy get the win. Probably the most impressive in the whole match, to be honest. So, does make sense. And then, I guess, we'll go another one. Because we're sort of neglecting a lot of mid-carders at the moment. Guys like High Flying Hawaiian, Graham Gorman. I mean, Hocking in there as well, potentially. We'll chuck Storm Spillane in there, just to get Storm's momentum back. I'll actually give him the victory. They can take on Gary Walker. Don't want to do Jack. Robin Delay. We need to try and improve Robin. I don't really want to put Princeton in there either, actually. We'll go Utah. We'll go Utah. Okay, so the win will go to Storm. I think we can call it, even though Robin's a little bit low, but should be good enough. Anyway, there we go. Let's run the show. Last show of the episode. I'm gonna double check the main event because I really want it to get above a 90. Open, scripted, decisive, slow pace. Okay, looks pretty good. Looks good enough. Here we go. Alright, so we started with a 63 rated pre-show women's match with our champion, Laura Flame, defeating Bernice Bonnar in 8:09 by pinfall with a flame fire kick. It might be a good idea to start bringing some of these developmental women and having them lose on TV. My thought process behind that is maybe their popularity is too low for the developmental. Potentially. I don't know. That's kind of my thought process. I don't know 100%. But having them sort of lose might actually build their popularity up to at least a lower mid-card level that would actually be used. Similar to like what Zach is doing at the moment, because we checked him out and he's been very impressive. Anyway, 63 is really good. Bernice exhausted, and we got an 80 in ring there for Laura Flame as well. All right, we then go into a 67 rated 6-man tag where we have Next Gen defeating Brothers for Life in 12:20 when Brett Kyle in Louise Frost with a shooting star press. Brett Kyle effect. A beautiful shooting star press to give them the 1-2-3. Louise got a gimmick that's getting stale. But who cares? It's Louise Frost, who belongs in OWC. And then we finish off with an 80 rated pre-show 6-man tag. We got High Flying Hawaiian, Graham Gorman, and Storm Spillane defeating Gary Walker, Robin DeLay, and Yuta Risono in 12:26 when Storm Spillane submitted Robin DeLay with a kneeling Boston Crab. And Yuta was the weak link, which is very interesting. The fact that Yuta was the worst performer in the match. But we actually have Graham Gorman with a gimmick that's getting stale. So, mental note, need to change that. I'll try and remember. But, I mean, an 80 rated match should probably have been on the main card on the TV show. Anyway, we start the show off with a 100 rated angle. We've got Aldous Blackfriar, Ozzy Darkstein. Aldous, he's trying to, let's say, calm Ozzy Darkstein down. He's trying to bring him back down, bring the darkness back, seep it back into him, and sort of, I guess, corrupt him. Because he could kind of see that Ozzy was maybe, fracturing his way back to the light, to the gold, shall we say. And yeah, Aldous doing his best to just really, get his claws into Ozzy again, use some cultish sort of brainwashing, just trying to calm him down and at least, keep him at bay before the tournament. Yeah, 100 as expected. Aldous doing amazing things as always. Hopefully, again, that'll increase Ozzy's popularity back up because he did take a pretty big fall, losing quite a few matches recently, and of course losing to Mutant, I think, as well. All right, we then get an 81 rated match, which is expected, but very good. Got Disciples of Darkness 6 defeating the Crew in 10:18 when Ozzy Darkstein pinned Public Enemy with a golden shower, best finisher in the game. We actually had Aldous Blackfriar really off his game in this one. Unexpected, strange, but doesn't really matter too much because it's not exactly an important match, shall we say. All right, we then go straight into another tag team match where we have the debut of the Aristocrats. Get a 64 rating for their tag team debut as their official, team. And we have the Aristocrats defeating the Northern Lights in 9:11 when James Chester pinned Riddick Jordan with a flying body press. And Spencer carrying the match in terms of in-ring performance. So, very impressed. Good stuff by Spenny. And yeah, 61 in-ring for him. We also have James Chester, who's getting better at his gimmick as well, which is a positive thing to see, considering he only debuted, not too long ago. All right, we then go into our Jackson Protection Agency angle. We get a 69, so it's a little bit lower than us just, kind of using Jack Jackson as the mouthpiece, because we had all 4 members of the Protection Agency here. They're all kind of talking about one ring to rule them all, and of course their sort of involvement in that tournament. Jack will actually be involved in the tournament. He has been the chosen one of the Protection Agency stable. Essentially, more or less, each stable is going to at least have one entrant. Some might have 2 because of special circumstances, shall we say. I'm just kind of making that up as I go, but pretty much each stable will have one member if they sort of a, I guess, like an upper mid-card level. So around 65 and above popularity is sort of the minimum. Even then, I would say Jack, who's at 69, probably the lowest I'm going to put in the tournament. But we'll wait and see. Anyway, they're talking strategy about what they're going to do at the tournament. And of course, talking about the upcoming job, which is also going to take place at the tournament. All right, we then go into tag team action, and we have a very, very good match. We have an 81 rated tag team match here. We have the Texas Express defeating the Puerto Rican boys in 12:25 when Cooper Christie pinned Kid San Juan with a top rope elbow drop following interference from Tavon Blake Jr. So yeah, Tavon Blake getting involved, costing the Puerto Rican boys the match. And of course, the Texas Express looking very, very good going into their tag team title match at the pay-per-view. 81, that's sort of unexpected. But then again, we've got an 83 in ring from Cooper and a 77 there from Island Boy. So, yeah, not too bad. All right, we then go into an 82 rated angle from Amber Allen. And of course, she basically says she's coming for Laura Flame's women's title. And there's nothing that Laura Flame or Doc Hammond, I probably should have put Doc in the angle as well, that either of those two guys, or guys and gal, can do that's going to, stop her from winning her rightful title. Remember, she did win that Fatal 4-Way match before Laura stole the title away from Doc Hammond's office. And Amber wants her belt. And she's gonna win it. Gonna win the number 1 contenders match up next, and then win the belt at the pay-per-view. And there will be no way that Laura or Doc can do anything about it. The women's Fatal 4-Way number 1 contenders match getting a 78 as well. So, yeah, both women's matches on this episode getting 78s for the TV show. Very impressed by that. That's kind of shows that I made the right decision going with Laura as the champion and having Amber be the face that's, chasing after the heel. But yeah, we do have Amber Allen defeating Debra Young, Erin Gray, and Air Raid Siren in 12:05 when Amber Allen pinned Air Raid Siren with a Northern Lights suplex. Of course, Amber carrying the match. And unfortunately, Erin Gray seemed off her game. Of course, I'm a big fan of her. She's going to be our champion one day. No doubt about it. All right, we then go into an 83 rated angle where we have the two, shall we say, veterans, one much more senior than the other. Got Tommy Cornell and Mainstream Hernandez going back and forth. Pretty decent argument between the two. And yeah, match ensues. Match is pretty bad though. Good angle, bad match. We get a 65 rated match here. Tommy Cornell defeating Mainstream Hernandez in 12:08 by submission with a guilt trip. Not a great match, but then again, they are both in time decline, so, ooh. That's not good. Tommy penalized for stamina in a 12-minute match. Not great. Real bad. But yeah, we got inconsistency. We got inconsistency from Tommy Cornell. Anyway, we got inconsistency, stamina, declining physical ability for Cornell. Then we got inconsistency and declining physical ability there for Hernandez as well. Hence the lower match rating. I mean, a 70 or above would probably be, I guess, a more fair match rating. Anyway, we move into a 93 rated angle, which is actually, this is good. And I say it's good because obviously it's not a 100. It's not what I would, maybe want to get. But a 93 with Giant Brody in the mix is very good. It was all 6 rated on entertainment. It's not going to hurt any of these other guys because they're all sort of around that level. But Brody's only at about 75 popularity. So between this angle, the match, and then the tournament, Brody could be above 80 popularity by the end of the month, which would sort of elevate him into that main event level where he's very close. He's on the verge. He's literally in the middle of upper mid card and main event. He's like smack bang in the middle there. And this could be the month that pushes him, I guess, into sort of title contention, really. Anyway, the main event, please be above 90. It has to be. It has to be above 90. Come on. Damn! Okay, that is what I'm talking about. All right. Finally, we have got a good match rating. It's been a while. Still tied for our highest ever match rating, which is frustrating. A 99 here would have been absolutely incredible. But we'll take a 98. Tied for our highest ever. Might actually be our highest ever match. I don't know. We'll check that very quickly after the show. We've got Jackpot Jordan defeating Davis Wayne Newton, the GOAT. Defeating Giant Brody, David Stone, Mobstar, and Maddie Faith in 1608 when Jackpot Jordan pinned Davis Wayne Newton with the cash-in. Wow, what a match. I knew it was going to be good. I was thinking maybe like a 92, 93, but a 98 with Giant Brody is pretty... I'll check his... I know I should probably not check popularity until after the actual pay-per-view. But I'm going to check Brody's popularity because I'm very, very curious to see what it's going to be at. Anyway, this has been a damn good show. Let's finish the show. Get a 94 rated go-home show here. What a way to end the episode. Big smile on my face now. I'm very happy. Increases our popularity in 56 regions. What I'm talking about. Absolutely perfect. Well, I can't say perfect. 100 would be perfect. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It has to. I mean, maybe big size. Maybe once we go up to big, the TEW gods will grace me with a nice 100 rated match. Anyway, Robbie Griffin. We'll sort that out next episode, I think. So our deal with Celestion Mexico has now expired. Did we get any other deals? I do not remember. Anyway, let me delete that. Keep both of those in there. The Griffin family, I think it is. Is it the Griffin family? It is indeed the Griffin family. There we go. We're definitely going to try and get them in. I mean, they're going to be tag team title contenders from the get-go, basically. But that's really cool. Anyway, let's quickly check top 100s. So that's a 94. That's that one there. Our third best ever show. And it's our only 94 rated show we've ever gotten. Which is surprising, to be honest. The matches. It is our second best ever match. We actually have 4 98 rated matches there. Very impressive. And it was actually the first 98 to not include Logan Wolfsbane. That just goes to show how good everybody else on the roster is actually doing. We got some serious, star power emerging. Jackpot, out of seemingly nowhere, turned into a massive star for us. Obviously, the GOAT's always been there. Brody, like I said, well on his way. We'll check that in a second. David Stone, the sort of young generational franchise that we're going to push, going forward in the future. Already at a top star main event level. Mobstar somehow got even more popular. Don't know how that happened. And then we got Maddie Faith, who is, again, another second generation. Probably going to be David Stone's arch nemesis. Although I do think they have negative chemistry, don't they? I can't remember, but I think they had chemistry issue. Yeah, some sort of issues. I might check that. We'll have to check that out. I'll check it off camera. Anyway, Brody, where is he? Please be above 80. That'd be really good. Didn't gain anything. Okay. Okay. I didn't even make him lose the match. Trying to keep him strong, and he gained nothing from a 93 rated promo and a 98 rated main event match. Okay, Brody. If he's pop capped at 74, I might lose my mind a little bit, to be honest. Anyway, quickly check size. We're up to 76. We're 1 point. We are so close to big size. Oh my god, we're 1 point away. Please let it be next episode. How perfect would that be? One ring to rule them all, and then we go up to big size in the same episode. A boy can dream. A boy can dream. Anyways, that is going to be it for the episode, guys. Again, hopefully you sort of understand what's sort of going to happen with me going away for a while. I do want to keep uploading. I know you guys really enjoy this series, and I actually think you guys will really enjoy the new series coming out as well. Like I said, it's a bit of a challenge. It's going to be more challenging, I feel like, than this series potentially as well. Obviously, early days were very challenging. Right now, it's not exactly a challenge because we've set ourselves up so well. But this, we're going to be head booker of a company that is trying to get up to medium size. And yeah, we're going to have an owner that might potentially screw us over from getting signings that we want to get. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, as always, guys, please drop a like on the video. It really does help out the support and help out the algorithm. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Seems like the subscribers are sort of drying up a little bit. I'm wondering if that's because everybody... Well, I want to say everybody's subscribed. Then I look at the stats and it's literally only 50% of viewers have actually subscribed to the channel. So if you haven't, you're in the 50% that hasn't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. You'll be sweet. You'll be ready to go. Especially when those episodes come out when I'm away for those 9 weeks. So yeah, just subscribe. Make sure you don't miss any content. Because of course, like I said, they'll be weekly. If I manage to build up any more than 9 episodes, I might chuck in 1 or 2 here and there as a 2 in a week or whatever. We'll see how we go. Anyways, as always, guys, take it easy and goodbye.